You're such a downy. My head whipped around so fast. Staring him down, I said, You know, my sister has Down syndrome. The laughter stopped and his mouth shut. People with disabilities are constantly harassed, both to their faces and behind their backs. The bus is just one of the places that I've witnessed having a disability made into an insult. The saddest part is, sometimes a person who has a disability doesn't even know that they are being bullied. They look up to their typical peers with such adoration, yet are treated with such disdain. My oldest sister would come home from school every day telling us stories of her friends at school. She would call them my lunch squad boys or my superfan boys. She idolized these kids, and they probably were annoyed with her. I never got to see how they would talk about her when she wasn't around. But based on how the people in my school treat individuals with disabilities, I could only assume that they didn't love her as much as she did them. It's not just the students, though. The whole school treats people with disabilities with inferiority. All the special education classes are in the basement of the school, isolated from the hustle and bustle of all the students through the halls. At the end of the day, when I would trudge down the staircase to pick up my sister to walk home, I would feel as if I left the school entirely. It would be so quiet. Just the faint instruction from teachers could be heard. The problem is the typical students don't interact with students with disabilities. They don't realize these students have feelings and are very kind people who care about everyone. I have constantly tried to protect individuals with disabilities because it's in my genes. Whenever I hear a disrespectful comment about or directed at a person with a disability, I never fail to stick up for them. Since middle school, I started volunteering for programs for those with disabilities, such as Buddy Up Tennis, which teaches individuals with Downs how to play. Additionally, my school has started to implement a more accepting environment by creating clubs within the school for students with disabilities that pair typically developing students with peers with needs like Our Time to Shine. Through this program, I've assisted my peers with disabilities put on a play and learn their lines, as well as encouraging friends to join programs within our school, such as Sparkle Cheerleading, for those with disabilities to cheer at sports games. This summer, I will be doing a week-long camp for people with Down syndrome. The campers have the most fun because the volunteers care. I think the only way for this group of people to not be discriminated against is for people to spend time and get to know those wonderful human beings. The best way to spread love is to get involved and be kind.